Hey everyone, this is Tom Desmond of Apricot Law with a detailed analysis of your top local competitor. Being ranked in the top 3 for car accident lawyer in your city is a very good way to get a lot of car accident cases. So in this video, you'll watch me pick apart every little detail of that top ranking site in your city so you can see exactly how they got there. SEO, link metrics, and some conversion factors too. More importantly, you'll see how we would outrank them so you can get those calls and cases. Now, I know that's a bold statement, so at the end of the video, I added a proof segment, which will allow you to see some of our clients that are ranking for car accident lawyer in some major cities. Before we jump into this analysis, you need to understand the two main components of organic ranking, and those are relevance and authority. So this is very important. Please spend the next 3 minutes with me to review this so you can get the most out of the analysis. Here we go. Relevance. Relevance is everything that we do on your site. The term relevance in SEO describes the extent to which the content of a website's page matches the search term used. There's 7 elements that Google uses to determine relevance, and we'll look at all of those in the video. Most phrases that you want to rank for will require a dedicated landing page, but that being said, a properly built landing page will rank for different permutations of that phrase and its synonyms. Authority. Authority ratings like PA, page authority, and DA, domain authority, refer to website strength, and that's rated from 1 to 100. 100 is the strongest. Strength comes from backlinks, and a backlink is a link on another website that points to your website. We think of backlinks like nutrition. It's your website's nutrition. So like diet, good backlinks make your website healthy and strong, and bad backlinks make your website sick and weak, and in some cases penalized. To go a little deeper with links, I added this. This is link qualities. Links have to be diverse, meaning they have to come from many different kinds of websites. Web 2.0, directories, press release, article syndications, guest posts, social media, and PBN, that's private blog networks, which are the strongest. Those links have to be relevant. So relevance is important, and we estimate that about 85% of your links should come from law-related sites to increase that TF score. That's trust flow. Links have to be authoritative and focused. So just like what we're trying to do to your website, which is increase its authority, those links have to come from authoritative websites. That's what it ultimately increases your authority. And they have to be focused. So you don't want those pages linking to you to have tons of outbound links, because that dilutes the nutrition coming from those authority websites. Anchor text ratio is very important. Anchor text is the text that the link is built on, and to avoid over optimization penalties, which is the penguin penalty, exact match anchors must be 4% or below, which means if you have 100 links pointing to your site, you want only 4 of them to be that exact match. The link itself, Miami car accident lawyer, for example, should only be 4 out of those 100 links if you want to rank for that phrase. Then velocity. Velocity is the rate that other sites are linking to you. So you can't have 5 referring domains one week and then the next week 200 referring domains, because that's just unnatural. So link velocity is very important. In summary, websites with sharp on-page elements and solid backlinking profiles rank in the top 3 for anything they want and get the most traffic. And hands down, no exceptions to that rule. This is the good news. 94% of the websites that we see in the legal industry can be easily knocked off the first page, outranked for any phrase in 4 months or less. So let's take a close look at your competition, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here we are, Glendale, Arizona, car accident lawyer. Here is the AdWords popping up, even though they're at the top. That kind of turns people off because they know it's an ad. Here is the map section. It's very important to be ranked in maps, and there's a way to do that with links, with local citations, and then also getting some of your past clients to comment and review you. Here is the winner circle, and I'm going to look at these listings. It's the same website, which is nice to see that, because Google doesn't really want to promote the same website in the number 1 and number 2 spots. And when you see that, you know that they just didn't have a choice, because there aren't that many websites out there that are relevant for the phrase and providing good information. Thumbtack is another one with a PA1. You know, when I see that, I know it's going to be easy to get up there in the rankings. So let's take a closer look. Let's take a quick look at the homepage, and I'll just look at these numbers with you. So here's PA, that's page authority, and then DA, domain authority. In the number 1 spot, we have the Glendale page with a page authority of 20. So there's a lot of information here, and I'm going to try to point it out. There's the page title, Glendale Personal Injury Attorneys. That's in the number 1 spot, and there's only 4 links pointing to that internal page. That's their Glendale page. So the page authority is 20. In the number 2 spot is the same exact website, but the actual phrase that we searched is in the title, which makes this page more relevant than the page above it. But the reason it's below it is because the page authority is only a 17 out of a 20. There's only 1 link pointing to this page. So this is kind of a good illustration here of relevance and authority and how this sort of scale balances things out. It doesn't always work exactly like this, but here's the same exact page, same exact domain authority, and just the difference in relevance between personal injury and the actual phrase we searched, and that Google chose authority over relevance, obviously, right? I hope that was clear. Here's another site. I've analyzed this site before. It's just a DA27. Here's the FindLaw directory. Now look at these numbers. Here's a domain authority of 91. Very powerful site. And page authority of 37. Right? Compare that to the 1 and 2 spots. It's stronger. However, it's not as relevant. Google doesn't really want to promote a website that just has a bunch of headshots or paid ads. That's why this is in the number 4 spot. Google wants to promote websites that provide good information. That's why these are up here. So which one should I look at? Let's look at this one, number 2, because I want to talk about relevance, and this one is more relevant. We'll go down the 7 elements from top to bottom. And we'll use this little tool. First element is the URL. Here it is. I know that's tiny. I hope you can see that. Here's the domain, which is that 1-800-EAGLE, 1-800-TheEagle.com. And then they have a folder. That's the Glendale folder. And then within that folder, they have a car accident page. So the Glendale is the parent, and then car accident is the child, which is fine. The page title is exactly the phrase, pretty much. I think I searched Glendale, Arizona car accident lawyer. It has car accident lawyers in Glendale, Arizona. It's perfect. And then here's their meta description, and the keywords in the meta description too. Meta description is no longer a ranking factor. And in fact, it's best practices to leave it blank and let Google choose what text it promotes or it populates in this area. This is the meta description, right? So if you have suffered a car accident in Glendale, Arizona, let's go back and check the tool. If you have suffered a car accident. Actually, it's funny. I won't go into why it's not populating exactly as written. That's a waste of time. H1 is the exact phrase, Glendale, Arizona, car accident lawyer. Perfect. And then their H2, they don't have a lot of H2s. This is the one weakness I see in the page. They should have a lot more H2s, 3 or 4 of them, and get some synonyms in there, and use car crash, use the word attorney, use the word auto, talk about insurance, talk about pain and suffering and lost wages and all that kind of stuff, because that's what Google's looking for. Google's looking for other things that are relevant to car accident victims, and they have a bunch of bold stuff. But that's not a ranking factor either. Cool. So that covers page title, URL, H tags. Keyword density is probably number 4 on the list. That's a car accident. It's a competitive phrase. Everybody wants to rank for car accidents, so you want to have a lot of content on the site. I suggest maybe 1,000 words, 1,200 words, but it has to be good content with good H1 tags, H2 tags, bullet points, internal links, an image, something, accordion files, just something that looks nice, that draws the reader's eye, keeps the reader on the page. And it has to be original content. This is just a kind of a small amount of content. News alerts that are not really that relevant. Some checkpoints over here. So I don't give it such a high mark for content, but it's not bad by any means. Custom sidebars. Custom sidebars are important because, like I said before, Google likes to promote websites that provide good information. And you can do that with a sidebar, and Google looks for those sidebars. They want to look for a custom car accident silo. And I don't see one. And I don't see other, now what this is what I'm doing now. I'm rolling over these links to see in this lower left what page is built on, where that page is going to go. I don't see any other car accident related phrases linking from this page. So there's an opportunity here. How do we be more relevant than this website? Well, create more car accident related pages and link to them from the parent page in your car accident silo. So what that does, like I've been saying, is it shows Google that you're doing your very best to provide a lot of relevant information for those readers. And ultimately, that's what Google's looking for. So that's how you do that. And you do that with, either by using bullet points like this, like head injuries is a great bullet point, bruises and lacerations. These should all go to internal pages on the site that are optimized for bruises as a result of car accident in Glendale, Arizona. That would be a great phrase to build a page on because it might be searched, or head injury or loss of hearing. And then Google will see that you're providing that information, and then you would be more relevant than the site. All right, that covers about all there is to know about on-site optimization. It really is not rocket science. It's very, very simple. Once you have the page set up properly, you have to get links to it. That's the next part of organic ranking. Authority, right? So we talked about relevance. Now it's up to authority. And authority comes from backlinks. Like I said earlier, backlinks are your nutrition. And this website, Moz, gives us the nutrition of any page we want to analyze. And in this page is no nutrition. There's one root domain, which is actually the domain of the website itself. So there's only one link pointing to this internal page. That's nothing. So this page is starving. And again, there's an opportunity here because it's very easy to overtake a starving page. It's just sitting out there with no nutrition. So how do you outrank them for this phrase? You build a Glendale, Arizona car accident page, do all the SEO work that I described earlier, and then you start getting some links to it. That's not that hard. Links, like I described in the education portion, it requires work, but again, that's not rocket science either. It's just getting good links to point to those internal pages. So just for fun, I wanted to show you what links look like on this page and analyze some of those links for you. And here is the nutrition that this website is getting, actually the home page is getting. And there's some good numbers here, so I want to show you what they are. The page authority of the home page is a 48, which is very good, very strong in this niche. A lot of law firm website homepages are, 38, 39, 42. Even those are good numbers. Domain authority of 41, that's a great number. 48 for a homepage page authority is very, very strong. And the root domains, that is the number of different websites linking to the site, linking to the homepage, is 94. So there's 94 different websites linking to this homepage for a total of 786 links. So that means a bunch of these websites are linking to the homepage way more than one time. It's actually better to increase this number, just like votes. 5 people, one person votes for you 10 times, or 5 people vote for you once. You have 10 votes versus 5 votes, but 5 people versus 1 person. It's more valuable to have more, a variety of websites linking to you. their best link. You're only as good as the page. Just like diet, you're only as good as what you eat. You are what you eat. Links are the same way. The link is only as good as, your website is only as strong as the links that you have pointing to you, and the link is only as good as the page that it's on, the page that's coming from, right? So that's the nutritional value of 49 coming from this head injury library. But it's not really enough to just look at the number. I like to actually take a closer look at the page, because there's information on the page. Now, there's a lot of outbound links on this page. So although that is a P49, and that's a great number, it's a great bit of authority, it is being shared by a lot of other links. So that the actual juice that's coming to this website is pretty diluted. And this tool is not going to tell you that. You have to do a little more investigation. What would be a very strong link? I'm sensing that question. A PA 49, and on that page, there's a link pointing to your website. It's within some content, like an article, and there's one or two other links on that entire page, and you get all of that nutrition. And this website doesn't have that. I can tell at a glance, because I do this all day. Most of their links are, directories, and maybe, here's a bad spammy link. We'll take a look at that just because that could be fun. Here's another BBB, obviously a directory, a very long page filled with lots of outbound links, so it's really diluted, PA 47, but it's valuable, It's not bone crushing. I like bone crushing links. Demos, check out it's PA 43. Again, it's just kind of a bunch of outbound links. It is relevant though, because it's all law firms on the page. Let's check this. They have a link from the homepage of the site, which is pretty strong, but that's a kind of a crappy looking directory. A lot of outbound links. All right, I'll stop beating that to death. You get the idea. I want to check out this spammy link, see why. Okay, Phoenix, Arizona direct info. It looks like it has some authority, but there's got to be something wrong with it somewhere. It looks like it's just maybe a network site, blog network, that is not being well treated. And for some reason, Google doesn't like it, or this tool doesn't like it. I'm going to take a closer look. I hope this is interesting for you. I find this extremely interesting. Spam score of 10. So it just has doesn't have any good links pointing to it, has nothing, and it just has it's just shady. So I hope that was helpful. Maybe just for fun, I don't want to take up too much time with this, because this proof segment's also important. Click on the maps, see if something interesting pops up there. A lot of attorneys in that area, close to Phoenix and Glendale, so it's a good phrase to rank for. And incidentally, you don't only want to create obviously a Glendale page, but create a page for each of these little cities and towns, because people will search them looking for an attorney that is, 10-minute drive. Okay, I hope that's helpful, and let's check out the proof segment. So here's the proof segment, and the point of the proof segment is to show you that the strategies that you just learned do actually work in this competitive market. So I'm just going to run through all these quickly. We'll see the term like this up here, and then I'll click on our client in the SERPs and flip down to the bottom, and so you can see our logo in the subfooter. I chose a handful of these. There's only about 15 or so up here. We do have plenty more, but these are significant, and I'll explain the significance and why I chose them when I go through them. And also, keep in mind, we have an amazing offer. So fill out the form on this page to take advantage of our free website audit video. You get a video in about 24 hours. It's a custom video analysis of your website shot by me and sent to you for you to watch at your leisure. There's no strings, there's no obligation, it's just free. And it's really, there's no better way to really see what's going on with your internet marketing. So take advantage of that. All right, let's jump in. So first, I just wanted to show you a sample ranking report from one of our clients. This is our New York City client. We built this website from scratch, and he's ranked, these are all #1 rankings here. Let's see, he's got like 42, 41 #1 rankings. These are all page 1 rankings, all car accident related, all over New York City, Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island, Queens. And there's 239 page 1 rankings. So this is a monster site. Here, Austin, personal injury lawyer. I chose that because a lot of people want to rank for that in addition to their car accident page. So here's Paul Colley, it's our client. We built this site from scratch. There's a logo at the bottom. Brooklyn car accident lawyer, super competitive. Here's our client right here in the #1 spot. There's 3 million people in Brooklyn, so that is a very powerful phrase to be #1 for. Here's Brooklyn truck accident lawyer. I added that because here's an example of him taking up 2 spots. That's #2 and #3. His truck accident page and his car accident page are both taking up those spots for Brooklyn truck accident lawyer. Miami car accident lawyer. This is one of the most competitive phrases in the industry. Here's our client here, Boris Levent. Here's a website we built for him, brand new from scratch. Now this is significant because he's a very young guy. He's a solo practitioner. Here's his pop-up. It's a cool site. And he's outranking all of those huge firms in Miami who are spending an enormous amount of money trying to rank for that phrase, and we got him up there very quickly. Here's our logo at the bottom. Salt Lake City, car accident attorney, Craig Swap. Here his website is at the #3 spot. Here's our logo. Now I also chose Boise. Now this is significant because it's the same firm, Craig Swap. And I know you've probably heard that, you can't rank for multiple locations. That's totally untrue. In fact, these are different states, and we rank the same website in Salt Lake City, Boise, and Spokane, Washington. Here he is again, #2, car accident lawyer. Okay. Now, here's Orange County. We even left out the word county, and we still ranked him in the #2 spot. This is DKB. They're a brand new firm in California, and we were their first SEO company. We built the site from scratch. Here's our link. They're great people. Here, I'll show you their homepage quickly. Nice looking site, good photos, great content, icons. Here's an example of how to rank for a long tail phrase. So Orange County drunk driving accident lawyer. Anytime you put drunk driving in any kind of phrase, it becomes extremely competitive, as you can imagine. And we ranked him for #2 and 3. So his car accident page ranks because it's relevant for car accident, even though the word car is not in the phrase. And we ranked his DUI accident. So he's taken up 2 spots. Very interesting. And here's just San Francisco car accident lawyer. Here's Jesse Crisp. His internal page ranks for that phrase, I think in the top 4. And here's Lake County car accident lawyer is an example of ranking for a longer tail phrase. And for that, we pushed his homepage up into the #1 spot. So there's Jesse. So there's just a little bit of proof. Feel free to reach out. If you have a question, call me or send an email. Definitely take advantage of that free website audit video, and I'm looking forward to talking to you. Okay, all the best. Take care.